What's good, ladies and gentlemen? This is El Jefe bringing you another best of one standard deck to bring onto the ladder, and it's done decently for me so far. I'm going to keep this intro kind of short because I ran very long on the last one, and I just don't have as much to say about this deck. Really, what we were trying to do here is get in on this sweet, sweet fable of Kiki, Jiki, Mirror Breaker saga, and basically just combine it with as many good ETB effects that we could in order to maximize its value. So everything in this pile is basically something with an ETB effect that we want to be able to take advantage of. Intrepid Adversary, we know what this does. You can pay 1 and a white as many times as you want to when it enters the battlefield, and creatures are going to get +1/+1 for every one of these Valor counters that goes on it. So good, if our board's a bit wide, able to do team-wide buffs, get a lot of damage in, and it also has some lifelink early on if we can get a couple swings in an aggro matchup, can make a big difference. Loyal Warhound, if we ever fall behind on lands, just pull a Plains card out of the battlefield, or out of our deck, I should say. Professor Symbology, get a quick learn. There's our sideboard. There are 3 Legion Angels in there, along with just basically the staples for a white 3 normal learn cards. Now, really where we get juicy is the 4 copies of Elite Spellbinder. Tax the opponent, get a little bit of insight into what they are holding, and take out the biggest threat from it, make it cost a little bit more mana. Skyclave Apparition, phenomenal removal for the moment, can hit a lot of planeswalkers like Kaido or Sorin or Wandering Emperor. So Skyclave Apparition, very strong, and also partners very well with Kiki Jiki. Reflection of Legion Angel, just a very strong best of one creature card at the moment. Makes it into most white decks that I am running. And one of the few surprising ones that actually performed pretty well against a lot of aggro decks was this Twin Shot Sniper. So we'll read this one's 4 cost, which is a little bit steep, but it is a 2/3 with reach. When it enters the battlefield, it can deal 2 damage to any target. So it's able to take out Elite Spellbinders out of the sky. It can hit a early on Aspirant, so it can hit a Lolth when it comes out. So it can really do a lot of different stuff, and it also has the ability to channel, which means you discard it out of your hand, but for 2 mana, deal 2 damage to any target. So a little bit of early removal if we need it, but also just has a body that can sometimes ping something and take it out. So, and also decent to copy with Reflection of Kiki Jiki. So there's one Paladin class. I'd started with more in here, but had to cut it down to 1 just because wanted a 1 drop, and our somewhat wide boards can get a lot of value from it. 4 Aspirants, because how do you not? If you're running an aggro deck and it has white, Aspirants just kind of too much value to pass up. 4 Showdown of the Skulls, just to get us a little bit deeper into the deck, buff up our creatures. We have a lot of low-cost spells, so get a good amount of value from that. 3 copies of Wandering Emperor, which is really, aside from Twin Shot and Skyclave, our only other source of removal. So pretty important in here. Wandering Emperor is obviously performing real well right now, so have 3 copies in here. And 2 Goldspan Dragons, just for a late game. Also a good target for being copied with Kiki Jiki Reflections. Really just a way to get the game ended. Come down, haste, makes treasure. It's just strong all around. For the lands, we are at 25 lands. There are no DFCs whatsoever, though again with Loyal Warhound, if we do fall behind, can sometimes come in and help pick a land out of our library. So we got 2 of each man land, 2 Cave of the Frost Dragon, 2 Den of the Bugbear, 4 of each of the pathways, Sundown Pass, 1 each of the channel lands, then 8 plains, 3 mountains. Pretty straightforward. So the deck's decent. I'm not going to sit here and BS you and tell you it's like an S tier deck. It definitely has holes. There's not a ton of removal if it's not like a creature aggro, but did decent. Went 3 and 2. I probably won't be playing a ton more of it, but I figured there was enough here for a video, and it's not the typical not the typical style that I play, so figured I would just show it off. And yeah, that's really it. I will keep this one short as promised, and hope you enjoy it. Peace. Pittsburgh does not rock. Don't like seeing Azorius though. Bant? Probably his Doomscar. If we don't spellbind, what are we doing? Let's throw this out. Saw it coming? Wow. Hey man, all I'm gonna say from that is that a 1-cost spell, regardless of what any of this says, a 1-cost card drew out and saw it coming. Doesn't see any play, and maybe this guy's wrong. He is from Pittsburgh. But I mean, we'll definitely get Legion Angel countered.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me. I am almost sad to see you go.
Are we worried about his next turn, really? No, let's get the angel out. It's the thing we at least want to get countered. It's too much value to get Jawaried.
I'm never done for good. We must.
So that makes it seem like he can't kill the Legion Angel, or doesn't want to. Now it seems like a good time for Spellbinder. But if we play Spellbinder and he has removal, that'll just force him to use it on Angel, so we may as well attack first. And it's just that. Saw it coming? Okay. Now he probably still has Doomscars. You can get in for 2 damage if you do have one. If he does that, it's like he's not getting... He would get to Teferi. So let's make him do it, I guess. If it's a resource he has, we gotta get rid of it at some point. Or I should say, just get through it. Actually, I mean, I guess... we kind of forgot about... It's toughy. he got some.
Now what?
Alright, so he's got Emperor online. Alright, so if he does that... Let's see if we can get Skyclave killed, actually. I think we definitely want to get Skyclave killed. Because we'd rather make him give up his token before the board wipe, so it's not just them left with a creature. Throw you through Spellbinder.
You started this fight, but I'm
It's fine with me, man.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
And if we do Apparition now... It seems like he has a board wipe. But... I think we go for it. There's so many cards. We can also come in the air afterwards anyway. Interesting.
I know.
You Doomscar with that. I mean, well, that's not really the question. I know that he can. But is that the plan? Oh, made me not be able to block with it. Okay. And he left up 3 mana. So if we go for you, just deploy the cave. He seems to have no instance. You're the most valuable.
We will meet again.
So only 6 lands. Okay. So that's some land help. What is he running green for? He's Shigekiing? He didn't even snag a land? It's kind of nuts, bro. Okay, so we'll pay and pay and go on you and swim with everyone. That's fine with me, buddy. You needed that token. I know you can wipe the board. And if you can't wipe, oh, awful. I don't see a reason to block. I know he can board wipe. I don't see a reason. I need him to tap out. I don't know where what the thought is. You need the board wipe. If that's a doom scarf, it's all. Only 6 mana. Like, I kinda wanna just go in for the damage, but kinda seems bad also. Alright, so we will Legion Angel. Is that Drow's outside coming? Okay. Let's see. Emperor's a problem. Not huge on that. Okay. I think we make him block or kill, or I mean kill the Warhound. It can't be Wandering Emperor, and it can't be Field of Ruin. You just actually have to have a card in your hand that does it. Or go find one. Oh, and now... Oh, we should have frickin' played the land. I guess we still can. I did that before combat. I forgot to emoji him back. Little bitch. And you know, it's just for you guys that I will occasionally show some emotion. You know, we make sure that this channel says not suitable content for kids. Just so we can just speak our minds on this camera. Sadly, I feel like a generous visitor can race a freaking aspirant. Especially when he gets help like that. So maybe we're supposed to symbology first? See, I think you win. Yep. Have a good turn, buddy. I think that's the trade of the century. Okay, there you go. That looks better. Pew, 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 pew. Fake him out with this, make him think we're more red than Emperor. I think it's obvious. But ain't that a nice skin? Yeah, it's just pretty. It's just pretty. Bro down. Okay, now what do we do about Jiki after? So we just reduce it, right?
Feel the energy of battle. Then guide it like water. My judgment is fine.
Doesn't seem to be much choice. Is that true? Rune of Haste. Five mana. Soon to be 6. And how many spells you cast? And
We've got the edge in this fight.
oh, haste ain't good. Oh, I guess the answer is don't attack. And that'll be the downfall. Freaking showdown. Needed more skyclaves for this.
See you later.
Okay. Kiki could break some mirrors. Full hand still. Oh, runes. See? This, you know, unlike
The last few white decks I made, like, this deck did not start, even though it was white in it. I've said in past videos, white decks should start with 4 Doomskars. I don't even care what the rest of the deck is. None of this. Even Wandering Emperor, right? Whatever the hell this card's actually worth, like, none of any of this, even this. This ain't worth a Doomskar. Not even close. Look, it's another card that's not a Doomskar. It's bitter. Someone asked me earlier today why I don't run on Twitch. Because this is nothing. By that I meant like iTwitch and the amount of black deck I posted recently. So I had a buddy talking to me who, yeah, one of my good IRL friends, and he's one of the few people who knows I'm doing this, and he's like, dude, I feel like you don't show that many losses, and I feel like the real reason for that is like a lot of bad decks make series of bad games, and it's some kind of Jeskai aggro. But yeah, bad decks make bad games typically, and I feel like a lot of the time I'll make a deck, it'll go, 1-3, and I'm just pretty much off it from that point on. This dude missed a land drop. Ain't good for you. Don't particularly care about you. But we're 1-1 right now, Maybe we start showing more, I guess, ideas that didn't work, and maybe we make a series about. It'll probably be just a longer outro, right? Where, hold on, I got a thinky. Alright, so we will be spellbinding. Put a counter on Aspirant, put him out of reach. We're happy to trade that for a 2/2 that does not fly. So we just go on. And we're totally cool to make that trade. Oh, fading hope. So I guess we want to do, let's see, Aspirant. Maybe we do Fateful, because we don't want the treasure. And we gotta just stop putting counters on Aspirant, because he's about to get Fading Hopes for sure. $1,000,000% taking all that. To the face. Gimme, gimme. Because I'm the beatdown. At this second in time. Aspirant coming down means nothing. Kiki Jiki, I ain't afraid of. That's pretty good. Okay. So do we showdown? Or do we adversary? Something getting Fading Hoped. Most likely the Aspirant, so he'll put his counter. He probably Fading Hopes it before. So we're getting it for 4. Have adversary up. That still seems, yeah, that has to be better. See it, the lifelink threat being able to swing. We wouldn't block with it, but puts an extra damage from Spellbinder. Again, we know we're getting Aspiranted. Fading Hoped on the Aspirate. In for 4. Play to the cave. Okay. And I think we're most worried about Fateful Absence. Don't know what the need is to do it at that second in time, though. Okay. Do we somehow die? Next question. Is there any way that we die on the comeback? He knows we have Goldspan and still did that. He goes to 2 if we Goldspan. Or we showdown an Aspirant. Or do we just Skyclave? Let's see, we go to 5 here. Maybe we just Skyclave. Alright. We'll Skyclave you. Alright, Kiki Jiki doesn't save you. That's not a Goldspan. But what's the last card? A Disdainful Stroke. Oh, good game. Nice. Okay. So to be clear, I'm pretty sure this deck's not actually that good. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's that good. So I don't think I would like. I mean, we'll see how this game goes, but modify stupid life gain. Let's see, well, ooh, it's interesting. Lifelink and indestructible. Because we can't kill it. So it's most likely it gets Skyclaved. So I think this is a better idea. Then they're kind of worried about blocking it because they think probably are not expecting Skyclave. Never mind. They know all. That is the right play. So, if I'm him, I would put the counter on Aspirant. I would put the counter on Aspirant and swing in if I was him. If he doesn't want to swing in, I would put it on the Spellbinder. But I would put it on Aspirant and swing in if I were him. Nah, probably not swinging in is probably better. But I don't know what's in his hand. If I were him, I'd think he needs to kill me, because 2 Emperors are gonna be a problem, and your stupid Indestructible don't matter for it. Yeah. Just want to let either one die. See it now. Because this Aspirant what do I get rid of? Right? There's just the Spellbinder damage is a bigger problem. But you're just kind of recovering it anyway. Maybe it's just the Aspirant. Right, flying's not really a big deal for us. But yeah, that's a good call. It really is a friggin' land. Like 26 of me? There we go. Is the game. Maybe. Oh, we need a way to kill her. That's a way to kill her. This or adversary. Well, it's more of a... Body? You have reach. Bro, you got reach. This dude's got reach. Who let that happen? Okay, let's take a bajillion. Oh. Need a land. That ain't land. It's very sad. don't work. It just don't work. Skyclave, too good. Oh, that one feels bad. Yep. Can't get out of this one. Wait a minute. Wait 1 second. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, I spent too long looking at that. Your dog had to come and operate. You dropped up to #1. Even if I'm under the gun, you ain't gotta seep in time with me to see eye to eye. Be animosity between you and I, but see the difference is, if it is, I could give a shit. Still gonna conduct motherfucking business as usual. Brutal Cathar is brutal for you. Do we trade? Honestly, I don't think. I mean, I should have spellbind it first, but there's no reason for you not to block with Usher. And I don't care if he spellbinds me. Let's get her out of the game for a minute. Alright, so now we Fable. Oh. Yeah. Like, honestly, maybe this is like a best of 3 card, but kinda does work. And you're an artifact. And you're a not terrible removal spell option too. Like, that's flexible. swamp. Alright, so let's his Redain attack in. Like, honestly, I feel like I actually have to let the Initiate go, because if I don't hit 5 mana next turn, I mean, I could Professor into... Don't hit Redain. I mean, we can live with it, honestly. You should take Treasure Boy. There you go. We can discard, actually. Oof. But that does keep him further from... Oh, man. We could get so hosed from failure here. Let's see, we go to 19. We take 9 next turn. Slightly less. Aspirin couldn't swing in. You could block 4. We're gonna gamble. Yeah. Was it 43%? A little bit higher. So is it maybe 44% or so? So it's a casino coin flip. Oh, that's a bitch, huh? I'll block Aspirin, don't attack with it. Ooh. Let's see. So they're stalled. Smack him with a dragon. And he won't be able to block. Effectively anyway, so may as well just send him in. Take your token if you want to trade a Aspirin, which you don't, which is correct. Tapped land's probably the worst. That's completely fine, honestly. We weren't double casting at this point. Alright, so we take 5. So we could catch that. Take a bunch of... Well, half-life on the swing back, unless he had... Whatever, the 4 cost of dual... I can't think of these people's names right now. I guess Vodka does that, I don't know. That's weird. It's good. Let's see, you can't kill him. What value is it getting to 3? So we'll just swing the gold span. right? And hold up a ganja just in case. Well, he can't. At the moment, he can't Wandering Emperor. Unless he drew another one.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelming.
Or maybe... Do we just exile him? If he... The only thing, if he drew a Wandering Emperor... It's the only thing he could draw, I feel like. Like, or a kill spell. It just covers all bases better. And now we can just not block. So that effectively went and told us everything. Oh. Hey, deck showed up. That Archer, dude. It's good for spellbinders. So, I mean, the deck went 3-2. I don't necessarily think that it's fantastic. There's definitely some weaknesses. There's not really probably enough removal. I mean, what are we looking at for removal? This is probably Forethought that should go in, but it's basically just that with backup spellbinders. Kiki didn't do a ton for us, but it's interesting. Like, at the time, it didn't really feel like the optimal turn 3 play, right? We often, because we're not removing anything turn 1 or 2, really, like, we never actually channeled this. It kept being it kept being a kill on entering the battlefield plus a 2/3 with reach. We're usually playing you on 3, so that kind of harms Kiki Jiki. And Lily Spellbinder is also a dope 3-drop. Maybe we need 1 or 2 less of you, or maybe even 1 or 2 less of you, except really the whole reason we made it enter the battlefield effects was to make Fable of the Mirror Breaker work, so I think these are some of the fundamental issues with the deck. The single time we played Paladin class, saw it coming to full cost, so we ended up winning that game. So maybe you could judge that action as one of the reasons, but maybe Paladin class would have got it done sooner. But a 1-cost spell that no one plays drew out saw it coming, that's all I'm saying. Goldspan did work. It did work. We only found it in 2 games, but 1 game it won, and it was gonna, in that control game, win us. Legion Angel, dope. Showdown, didn't really need it. I actually had a fair amount of cards available, but a couple later drops in here too. So I don't know. I don't know if this is. I don't think this is just necessarily the right archetype. It's not like it can't obviously win games, but yeah, I'm not sure. I wouldn't go out and craft this like it's the coolest thing since sliced bread. So games are fun though. Definitely just playing something different, and pretty sure we forget if we're a few up. Yeah, we dropped some rank, but like in the positive way. But not big waves, and honestly, after looking at the deck, playing the deck, I understand why. So, if you made it this long, I don't know what to say other than you're cool, because I haven't really thought about that, but you're pretty dope. Dope Kids Club. It's tough. It's tough being original. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. I've been listening to Eminem for a bit, so I don't know if that's helping or hurting. But anyway, this is El Jefe out at 2:30 a.m. recording a new deck for you guys, because frankly, it's just real fun doing it. Thanks for enjoying my rambles. Peace.